Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the bottom or top left side as the biggest and the strongest, Zero Cry. Spawn on the bottom right side as a Chaos Lord, we have Deimos. We got some shooters, more shooters, pretty standard build opener, Chaos Space Marines being plotted out, likely into heretics. That looked like a heretic being consumed right there, yes. So, pretty standard build opener for both sides. Slugger's eyeing for the PowerPoint, Warboss eyeing for the VP. So it looks like the Orcs will get an early VP lead, but these Chaos Heretics will go and capture the VP now, likely. Judas and Sluggers eyeing for these points up here, and the Chaos Lords now advancing forward with these Chaos Marines. So first engagement looks like it's going to be in this general region, likely the Sluggers being shot at by the Chaos Marines. Warboss captured these points now, got both these shooters advancing forward, as well as a power generator. Looks like the shooters do get the first shot off there, but receive more damage in return, and being pursued. Does lose a model there. Warboss now trying to come on forward. Shooters and Warboss advancing forward. The Warboss, of course, is an excellent frontline unit. Oops, and I actually knocked out my headphones out of my cord. So I wonder if there's music actually, or it's audio still playing. Warboss or Chaos Lord charging forward, trying to tie up those shooters up in melee. Sluggers do pull back there. Quite a bit of damage onto the Chaos Lord at the moment. You got the Warboss advancing forward, trying to make its way down south, perhaps onto this VP. Chaos Heretics go around, capture points. Very, very nice. Sluggers eyeing to decapture the central VP. This Slugger squad is down a model there. And now do got a squad of Chaos Havocs. Does knock back, get a good attack there onto those Sluggers. Warboss advancing forward, trying to engage these Chaos Marines. Good stutter step there, trying to get as much damage onto possible. Receive a slice right there. Slugger's trying to deactivate its power point now. You've got the shooters now eyeing for these side points, but there are some squad of heretics in this region. This squad of heretics receiving a bit of fire from the shooters. They're going to charge forward, try to do suicide some of their own models. Now the Warboss sees quite a bit of fire there and does go down a bit foolishly. Shooter squad does fall back, Slugger squad still suppressed, Chaos Marines getting some good damage there, and the Orc player is in full withdrawal. And now we've got a Pain Boy on the field.
Generator right, sparking now, boss.
Chaos Marines advance forward, got a second half of squad being plotted out. It looks like it's going heavy with heavy weapons. Shift X. I'm not sure what Shift X is. Is that a Q move? I forget the hotkeys for this game. Do you know how the power generator receiving a bit of fire there? Heretics now advancing forward. We do also have heard something teleported on in. Aimboard capturing up the central power point there. He's starting to repair up the power generator in combat, but looks like it's going to out damage the repair rate. Power generator does go down now. Havoc sitting on up. And got another Havoc here as well.
What? Them boys can't take a punch.
Spiky armor being deployed on out for the Warboss, which should be an excellent weapon versus the Heretic squads. Trying to up the Havoc squad up in melee. Does get a good stomp there, knocking back the Havoc, but of course there's the Havoc hitting the Warboss now. Chaos Lord charging forward, trying to type the shooters into melee. Both of them are falling on back. And now we've got the Warboss falling back as well. Orc players having trouble maintaining field control. Game Boy is moving around. Another power generator being pulled on out for the Chaos player. And the last power generator is going to be going down for the Orcs. You now got the big shooter upgrade on the shooters. And more big shooters being researched. Slugger's facing up forward. And the power generator does go down. Got the Pain Boy now, seeing a bit of fire right there. And he will try to tie up that Havoc up in melee. This Havoc is suppressing the sluggers. You know, the Warboss is charging forward. Looks like the Warboss going to stomp his way through the geyser. And does manage to get both of the Havocs up in melee now. The Pain Boy may need to heal himself relatively soon. Havoc does drop a model there. Pain Boy does fall back. This Havoc Squad is still very much alive. Does detonate one of those models there. And Spiky Armor will do a lot of damage for these heretics. Warboss may go down once again. He's starting to stomp his way forward. He has now the Angry Bits researched, which does grant him access to the Now I'm Angry ability, so I'm assuming that's what that ability is called. Shooter's now engaging with flight, got the Knob leaders here as well. He may actually lose his Havoc. He may be trying to go from some melee hits there. Does take out the Havoc entirely. Very, very nice. Does use Suppressive Fire ability onto this Heretic squad. Trying to pursue some gains of damage on the Chaos Marines. Now the Chaos Heretics receiving quite a bit of fire right there. He may look at the Suppressive Fire ability there onto that Havoc squad. Does use Suppressive Fire ability onto the Heretic squad as well. And one of the Slugger squads are falling them back. The other squad of Heretics is in pursuit. Slugger charging forward, got the Pain Boy 3. Does detonate one of the models there, tying both these squads up in melee, or suppressing them. And it looks like the shooters receive a lot of fire there. Just now the Knob leader remains. But he looks like he will escape on out there. Some of these boys getting knocked around a little bit. Pain Boys receive quite a bit of damage there. Slugger now has a burner deployed on out as well. And there's another last model there on the Heretic squad. Pain Boy will need to fall back against the Chaos Lord. I don't think he has enough health to tango with it. Warboss is still burning down. And now the Chaos Lord is engaging the Pain Boy melee. Does have the Combine Flamer upgrade for the Chaos Lord. And the Pain Boy will need to fall back sooner rather than later. Does heal himself right there at the last moment, gains good health regen. Does use Suppress Fire ability there on the Chaos Heretics. Making a soft retreat away. If you got this other Heretic squad, may use more Suppressive Fire. Gains good damage there onto the Chaos Heretics. Does detonate that model a little bit prematurely. Burn the squad advance forward, trying to type these forces up in melee. The Chaos Lord himself is quite wounded, does fall back along with the Heretics. Suppressive Fire ability does come on in onto that Chaos Marine squad. Havoc sitting on up, gets a good damage onto that Flamer. And now we've got this Shooter squad, make a soft retreat away. Another power generator. Oh, he has not had any power this entire game, has he? It is not on tier 2. The Chaos Lord is on going to H2. In fact, right now, the Chaos... yeah, he's really, really far behind. Probably a good idea for the Warboss not going for tier 3 whatsoever, because I don't think it's going to get enough power generation entire game to warp going for tier 3. You now have a Blood Crusher move on the field, and the Warboss needs himself to be upgraded for weapon in order to gauge that Blood Crusher, because right now I don't think going for a Luda at this point in time will be viable. Havoc Squad does get knocked back there. Warboss charging around. And now we got the power generator, seeing a bit of fire there. Burners could do some quick work. Does the extra point there. Also hitting this power generator quite severely with the shoe does. One power generator does go down. Warboss now at the level 2. Does get a great stomp there and starting to fall back. Does put the Blood Crusher. Second Blood Crusher on the field. This is going to be a highly aggressive Blood Crusher play, and it may be very successful here. Orc forces are fully withdrawing from their area. The second Blood Crusher. The Chaos Lord will be down or be up ahead by 2 squads as well. And now tier 2 being researched for the Warboss. Ooh, it's not gonna look good. He definitely needs some sort of anti-tank and quickly. Tank Buster is probably a bit more viable than Beamy Death Gun Luda. Or maybe some sort of weapon for the Warboss. The Power Claw, probably. Blood Crusher, look at that pathetic damage from Blood Crusher. It's probably pretty hard to see right now, since it's probably, I'm of course streaming in 1080p and it's a 4K resolution. But right now, the Blood Crusher is still at 540 health out of 600. Not a lot of damage whatsoever. Great charge right there. Apparently the Warboss did not get knocked back there a little bit. Heretics are going to be rushing forward, trying to get a model detonation there. Warboss still trying to deal with the havoc, so got some bloodletters on the field as well. I think he canceled the other Blood Crusher, does block some bloodletters. Still going for Tank Buster is probably a good idea. Tank Buster at least have some good fire support against infantry units. Customers on to capture the northern points. And the points get deactivated once again. The Warp's going to be on no power this entire game. He doesn't have enough requisition for anything. Probably has enough power to pull out some sort of counter unit, but that's about it. Ritual Book activated to get an extra health regen for the Blood Crusher and for the Bloodletter. Warboss is charging forward, trying to deal with the Ritual now. Blood Crusher's now seeing a bit of fire there. Does use the invulnerability ability right there. Havoc does force back the Warboss now. Warboss is now being upgraded to Power Claw. Very, very good. Oh, the Orcs do have a bit of power gen right there, which is very, very, very important because he needs that power. Havoc now seen quite a bit of damage right now. Let's get force on back. Blood Crusher still getting some great damage. Now here comes a Warboss charging forward, angry that he's taking out some of his boys with that Blood Crusher. And it's sort of angry that his boys are dying to the thing. Stop dying. And now you got the Blood Crusher going to be tied in melee. You got the terror screen there, forcing back all these forces away from the Blood Crusher. It's just running away now. You got a ritual here, giving the Blood Crusher some extra health. Doesn't need one of the models there. Warboss still makes his way forward. Blood Crusher getting some good damage there onto the Slugger. And now the Heretic squad here. The Heretic need full iron power. Another ritual there. Another good terror screen there from the Blood Crusher. Actually another ritual right there. Bloodletters and Blood Crusher in this region does use the Angry Fist to run away. The Pain Boy will need to fall back sooner rather than later. Has been upgrade the stronger Get Sauce. And does get another charge there, knocking back some of those forces, and the shooting squad does fall back. Warboss is still in pursuit of the Blood Crusher. He does, of course, have the spiky armor, gaining some good retaliation damage. But the Warboss does fall back once again and may go down to 20 health. Has good health regen thanks to spiky armor, and does go down there now. Spiky armor does provide, well, 2 health regen a second. Chaos Lord charging forward, trying to get some good damage here. Has been upgraded with the Mantle of Hate, which grants the Life Drain ability and increases the health and health regen. Another power generator will go down. This power generator is being slapped by the Blood Crusher. Good ritual there on the Bloodletters, getting some good health regen. We're just having trouble taking on that Bloodletter thanks to the extra health regen. So they're starting to get whittled down now. Voice has been activated, starting to use their vulnerability ability to get away from the Kudas now. Quest Lord needs a lot of health. Hopefully that Life Drain ability will be useful in that. Both these forces are suppressed thanks to the Havoc nearby. It does have good ritual here to get some good health regen with bloodletters. And now both these shoot squads are falling back. Another ritual has been activated. Got the angry bits making him angry. And does go ahead and soft retreats away with it.
Taking one of our position points.
Does just stomp there, does avoid the stomp. Now the blood crushes out, seeing massive damage from that Warboss now. Here's a fancy forward trying to get some good damage out of the Warboss. Warboss is almost down. Blood crusher is re-engaging. The Warboss himself seeing quite a bit of damage. We're down to 18 health. He's of course the Spectre Armor gives great health regen.
That's a trick, right? We just pretended to lose, right?
Right now, the Orc player is down a lot of tickets. Right now, it's been quite a commanding game for the Orcs. Not Orcs, for the Chaos Lord. The Orcs do have a capture in their favor now. Slugger's can manage to intercept that Bloodletter squad in time. And right now, the Pain Boy and the Sluggers are skirting around. Do not have a Death Dread deployed on the field.
We'll figure out who's right out.
And Pain Boy is seeing quite a bit of damage now. Slugger squad, we're seeing a bit of fire there. Blood Crusher still very much alive. And now the Pain Boy gets forced on back to the Chaos Heretics.
Hey, when he's losing that, you know the thing.
We now have Death Dread pull on the field. It has been upgraded with the Burn-In Blitz. Warboss charging forward, trying to gauge that Blood Crusher. You have the Havoc squad in tied up melee thanks to the Death Dread. And the Blood Crusher will manage to escape on out of there. We do have the Bloodletters now engaging. Blood Crusher now trying to hit the Death Dread. Ball should go better, much better for Death Dread. Good knockback there. Ritual has been activated, getting some good health regen not only to the Bloodletters but also to the Blood Crusher. Bloodletters are falling back, does lose a model there upon retreat. Multiple these power generators will start going down. This power generator does go down. You're gonna have the Chaos Marines now upgraded with not just the Eternal War upgrade and the Sergeant. And oh, that is a Chaos Portal right there. Chaos Portal does connect, does take out one of those shooters right there. Death right now going to see a bit of fire than this Chaos Portal. And we do also have the Warboss over here. Up to level 3, Chaos Predator now being pulled on out. Against his opponent's current composition, the Nurgle variant wouldn't be half bad. Nurgle variant does, of course, give access to damage resistance. And right now, his opponent has 2 primary anti-vehicle threats or melee. So I think the Nurgle variant of the Predator tank probably would be best. Also, the Claw is the rarest form of all the Predators, in my opinion. At least when it comes to replays. The Blood Crusher actually did go down in that previous engagement. And the Orc player does have a good amount of field control at the moment, doesn't it? The VP starting to be leveled out, or evened out. Bloodletter's now trying to engage the Death Dread, which sounds like great for him. Warboss charging forward, just get a good knockback there onto the Chaos Lord. Here comes the Predator tank, unupgraded. So the Predator tank undivided. Starts to make his way forward, gets good damage there, trying to go for the Pain Boy. Pain Boy seems a full withdrawal right now. Now the Horse is trying to push his way forward. Does see a bit of damage there. Pain Boy is still on the front line. And now the Bloodletters do use some vulnerability ability. And now the Chaos Lords fully withdraw, or full force the Sluggers to fully withdraw from the region along with the Pain Boy. Still no upgrade onto the Chaos Predator.
Zog, please losing a victory point. Working on that gear up, boss.
Do not have a Weird Boy here. Weird Boy is relatively durable. Does receive a good hit there. Does roll a miss there onto that Chaos Predator. Does fully withdraw from the region now. And now this force is starting to be pursued by the Chaos Predator. We got the Bloodletters now receiving a bit of damage there. A good hit there onto the shooters. Multiple hits there on those shooters. We got now the Warboss charging forward. Does get stopped there. Does get suppressed by the Havoc Squad. Chaos Predator finds the angle there through the cliff face. Now the Warboss is falling back. The VPs are counting down for the Orcs now. Pain Boys are now deploying out the Cyborg implant, getting a permanent upgrade to this Slugger Squad. So now this Slugger Squad has a permanent upgrade. I'm not so sure exactly what it does. Permanent bonuses. Note that the dock only has need for one implant operation. I just need to increase health. I don't know the exact effects of it. That should give the Slugger Squad a bit more frontline capability. The Dwellers do get stunned there thanks to the vomit. Chaos Predator skirmish around, got a ritual in this region. Weird Boy does get great knockback there onto the Slugger, onto the Heretic Squad. Has managed to get that squad suppressed there. Though I'm not so sure by what. Maybe from this Havoc Squad way over here. On the left side, we've got now the Chaos Marines trying to capture this boy. That would be double capture against the Orcs, so it will be posed a severe problem to him. Chaos Lord getting some great damage right there. Tank Busters trying to get some good hits there onto the Chaos Predator. Tank Busters are still have plenty of health at the moment. Let's use life drain ability right there. And also the life drain was used on the Warboss right there, getting thrown back afterwards. And now the Death Shred does force back the Havoc Squad. The Warboss will skip on out with as little as 18 health again. Does get a cast heal there on the Slugger Squad. He is down a couple models, however. Chaos Marines now trying to get some damage there on the Sluggers. Sluggers are advancing forward. And does activate a ability there. I'm not sure what the ability is. Followers do force back those shooters. Chaos Predator receiving massive. Holy shit! I guess that's 2 tank busters for you. Needs to stop building this tank busters here. There's too many. There's already now too many tank busters on the field. There's no more vehicles. Best cancel the tank busters. Did he actually deploy it out? He did cancel in time. Good. It may be possible now for the Orc to go for tier 3. Does use a mortar barrage there to have the squad knocking back. Got another mortar barrage here. Does get some damage on the Chaos Lord. Keyword on the word sub. Tank Busters now seeing a bit of damage there. That's trying to go tying up the Chaos Lord in melee. Weird Boy has been upgraded with the Warpath as well. Warboss charging forward, it gains a great damage on in. Thanks to spiky armor, gets some good retaliation damage. You can always be upgraded to heavy armor, which gets a tier 3. Weird Boy needs some healing from that Pain Boy, that's for sure. Gotta be very careful for that Pain Boy. Chaos is charging forward to have last can upgrade on this Chaos Havoc. Deal with that Death Shred. The Ritual is still activated. Bloodletter is tying up the Tank Busters up in melee. The Death Shred's now seeing a bit of fire there. Tank Buster Squad may get wiped out by the Bloodletters. Does get wiped out by the Bloodletters there. So I had a ritual here. He's activated some sort of ability. I'm not sure what the ability is. Death Strike does go down. Bomb does connect on those forces. Got a massive engagement here. Slugger Squad is down to 2 models there. Needs to fall back sooner rather than later. Game Voice has plenty of health. The Chaos Lord does fall back as well. And does take out the Chaos Lord right there. Slugger Squad does fall back. We do got triple capture in favor of the Orcs. It's very important. The Orcs can come back from this game. They're on the back foot for most of the game, but this triple capture right now is very, very important. The Chaos Lord does have trying to go for a Grand Clean one. It's a little bit too late for the Grand Clean one. Predator tanks would have been much better for Chaos Terminators. Going for another Slugger there. He did actually lose the Weird Boy in that engagement as well. Soon just be a double. Right now it's just a double capture against the Chaos Lord. The Warboss still needs a lot of health now. You got another Think Buster squad being put on the field with another some Ludas. Orcs will receive a bit of fire there. And trying to go for a decapture here. Right now it's capturing in favor of the Orcs. This one has been decaptured now. And the Chaos Lord is down to 90 tickets. Not a whole lot of tickets remaining. I still don't believe this Grand Clean one is a good idea. Just a little bit too late for it. Painboy needs some more energy there. Does get good heal there on the Warboss now. Warboss at level 5, the Painboy's at level 4, the Chaos Lord's at level 7, and the Grand Clean one has been deployed on out. Devious been captured. That's double capture against the... No, triple capture against the Chaos Lord. That is massive. Does go for vulnerability ability right there. Bright Lance or Laskin not going to do all too much in this preliminary game. Does summon temporary Bloodletters here. Painboy may need to fall back sooner rather than later. Vomits right there. Chaos, the Warboss is almost down. He may even trying to be suicidal there. Warboss does go down now. It doesn't have any red points at the moment. And the Bright Lance does go, or the Laskin does go down. And that was his primary capping squad. The Heritage squad needs a cap on the point, but he's pretty far away from that. This point's secure. I don't think the Chaos player can... Chaos player lost. One more tick and he's done. And that is the end of the replay. This is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.